I'll start talking in a couple of minutes. Okay, my kids are still at home. They're leaving for the playground in a minute, and then we'll talk a little bit once they've left. All right.
Speaking out loud, trying to make you proud, finding my place in your heart. Just tell me what you want to hear, since I'm feeling out with fear. Can't believe you're near, so let's stay right here. You're really making me see I love the good we can be here in your arms, counting all the stars. Oh, 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 when will you have time to keep me in your life? So, oh, oh, our past is forgotten, our stories rewritten.
Demon Men, I paid 40kk, or my friend did, so it's about that price. So 50kk is probably a reasonable price. Subscriber, thank you very much. Sinful69, appreciate it. I'm gonna have full stamina on Monday morning because I'm away this weekend. So we're just playing today. Today I'm probably gonna burn 5-6 hours of stamina, and then I'll just be on the dummy for the rest of the weekend. So I'll have full stamina by Monday morning. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I'm gonna try to have a good time today. What wheel do I recommend for level 300 monk? I think probably this spiritual outburst. It works very well with focus harmony, focus serenity. Once you get it, get it going. And morning, Toady. Morning. Yes, I've got mirror booked for the first 2 hours, so I'll be doing mirror for the first 2 hours, and then I'll probably be hunting a little bit off stream this evening. Just random stuff, Winter Court if I can get it, Warzone 4, Warzone 5, this kind of stuff. Shema, Burokus. What's the level target to get after all double? Up. I mean, how many levels I can get today? Probably 15 or so. So nothing that crazy, right? I've only got 1 day of play. Magic level or fist. I'm gonna burn 1 magic level and then I'll just go for fist. I think until you have like 110 fist fighting, you probably just want to be going for the fist exercise weapons. And then maybe you want to consider magic level. Yes, I was very fast on the mirror command. I was like, argh! Yeah, I love the bot. I really love the bot. Oh, here we go. All right. Oh, look at this. Look at insanity. Oh, fingers crossed. Mirror's going to be. Let's have a look. Maybe boosted respawn area. No boosted respawn anywhere. All right. I think I have everything. Okay. I guess they're going True Asuras to high level to be going mirror. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, shit. The problem with going now is I have to do the True Asuras. That is very true. Very true. Okay. So I'll start off doing the True Asura. Uh-huh. There we go. We'll have to lure out the Truosaurus first. It's been a while since I've done this, actually. No, I didn't buy a boost before SS. I burned 2 boosts yesterday anyway, so there was no benefit to that. Throw away the letter. The letter's just for informational purposes. It's all done by Discord booking anyway. Let me revisit the Truosaurus luring the Texo video because I haven't done this in ages.
Trapped it. Indicate you're not strong. The location of
Alright, I remember. Where would you recommend to rush full prey boost, full waste level, monk level 80? Probably Chill Throwers. Oh no, Chill Throwers closed now. So Kusnier probably is good. Edron Heroes, Carlin Colts. Yeah, those are probably your best bet. Okay. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to trap Truosaurus. I guess let's go. I actually need to even get the keys. I haven't done even the keys yet. So first we're gonna go this way. We're gonna go this way first. Trap the one here. Alright, so there's this Truosaurus here, and I think I have the key for this. Right, okay. Let's kill off everything here. Hang on, I'll mute myself for now, okay, until my kids have left. All right, my kids have left now, so I can actually talk to you guys. Yeah, we're doing mirror. I'm just trying to pull out these guys. That is the downside of being the first one here on the day. Come on. I do need to go get the key, actually, the other key, because I haven't actually got the other key yet. Is it in here? There we go. All right. So actually, this means... Oh, no, I can't go this way. Never mind. All right. Yeah, we're going to be doing a couple of hours of mirror. And then I'll probably have to finish in a couple of hours. So, yeah, a couple of hours of mirror to start with. For now, let me just trap the Truosaurus. I think this is the other Truosaurus in here, right? Oh, maybe it's already been taken in there by somebody else. Or is it in here? No. I don't like doing this, by the way. It's... Oh well, it's got to be done though if you want to hunt here. The Grims on Death Prey at level 80? I don't know, dude. I don't know. And nothing else here, right? Okay, this guy. There it is. Probably should have killed these. don't want to kill it by accident. All right, come on. All right. Okay, one done. What do you reckon EXP per hour will max out at? Well, I mean, it's kind of I can do about 5.5 raw. So at 300, that becomes what? 16.5 plus boost is another what? 75%. I don't know, about 20kk. Do you reckon we can maybe do 20kk? Maybe. Alright, I think nothing's respawned yet. Oh no, they have. Let's kill this guy off. Alright, let's go. That should do it, right? That should do it now. Okay, let's restart the lap. I guess we can go boost now. Bam. No, Ginger Waller, I'm not selling you the armor. I will need it for a while. The Nagatanko is not mine, and I do want to have the robe. Sorry. All right. Asurus should be trapped now. How long does it take for the Yellow Fox portal to open? Usually, it's not. There's no rule for it. It's random basically. It's usually within a couple of hours after server save, but it is unfortunately is random. All right. I'm not gonna go any praise. I think. Oh, I think I can reroll one for free. Do we get anything here? No. Never mind. Okay, so we're not gonna be doing any praise. Just 375. Ah, sorry. No, unfortunately, it sometimes opens very fast, but. Yeah. Oh, by the way, you may notice that I'm using the Inferniarch clause. That's because I sold my Moonspade to Ginger Waller. I think you may be watching now. I don't want to talk about it too much. But he paid 110kk for the Moonspade. He basically made me an offer I couldn't refuse. Yeah. It was definitely an offer I couldn't refuse, especially seeing as I have the Inferniarch clause, which, from my testing so far, are more or less the same as the Moonspade. The thing is, the Moonspade is just available earlier, right? Yeah, how many levels can we get in those 2 hours that I'm going to be hunting? Probably going to be a level every 12 to 13 minutes or so. So I guess we can maybe get 10 levels for 312 in the 2 hours. I hope. Should be doable. $10, 12 levels. Yeah, something like that. Assuming we don't die stupidly. Hey up. I wonder if we can do a whole 2-hour refill without having to go back to depot. If we just getting the new supplies from the NPC may well be enough, especially if we're leveling up a lot, getting a lot of extra capacity per level. Which, yes, unfortunately, this will be the only stream of the weekend, and I will actually be away this weekend, so won't get to PG quite as much as I ideally like, but the upside is that I'm going to see my mom, my kids' grandmother, and she will be taking them for the next week. So even though I won't be able to play that much this week, I will be able to play a lot more next week. So hopefully make up for the lost time. So next week, starting Monday evening, we'll be having a lot more streams, and usually, most likely for a lot longer as well. Make sure to tune in next week. While everybody else will be regenerating stamina from the double experience, I'll be there with full stamina, making full use of it. Edrin Mage Spawn, I don't know, I do it approximately one time on every character just to get the bestiary for the servants. I don't really know. Approximately, I don't know, half an hour? Does it take that long? Probably a bit less than that. But I don't know. I don't know how fast the professionals can do it. Sphinx better XP than Asuras on a 300 monk? Really? Not sure. I guess it's possible, but I haven't seen that. Anyway, I have Asuras, so I'm not gonna complain about having Asura mirror on double experience, my dude. I think it's pretty good. Thank you. You guys ready for Spiritual Outburst, Focus Harmony combo? Yet, pressed the wrong hotkey, ran out of mana. That wouldn't have been a good start to double experience. That's my main problem so far with the Focus Harmony Spiritual Outburst combo. I still mess up the hotkeys because I'm not used to it. It wasn't a close one. I just accidentally put the energy ring on, which meant I suddenly was out of mana. But there was ways to mitigate that. I wasn't really in too much danger. It was just a stupid fat finger clicking the wrong hotkey. Happens to everybody now and then. Oh, beautiful crit. Yeah, the Infernial Claws so far from my testing is more or less the same damage as the Moonspade overall, but it certainly has like meatier feel to it. You do these bigger crits with this higher crit damage, and you have more fist and more attack value, so it feels very powerful. But the overall damage dealt is probably exactly more or less the same as the Moonspade. So on the other hand, though, you only have to do one imbuement, so it's cheaper to run per hour, right? You're only paying for one imbuement instead of two. Is this monk summon useful at all? Not really, not for solo hunting, that's for sure. It's useful, maybe for saving you from a trap or something. Or for like bosses. If you want to win, for Umbras, I guess you'd be using the familiar. But that's, those are the kind of niche cases where it's going to be usable. I haven't seen any experience per hour change from using Infernial Claws compared to the Moonspade. I think the main benefit of the Moonspade is that it is a level 250 item versus a level 300 item. So it's available, when you want it for Mirror, which is level 250. Yeah, the monk. I think the monk familiar is basically like the EK one. Like it's probably the least useful one of all of them, right? EK's one is also basically useless because it just gets in your way. The paladin one is probably the most useless, but that still becomes useless by like level 400 or something. But yeah, I don't think anybody will like ever be using it for hunting. Even at like level 200, I haven't really seen a use for it. It was just getting in my way and stuff. So I never used it for hunting. You know, the mage one, is at least good for like certain bestiaries, right? If you go like bestiary on like a low level, like it'll, you know, group the monsters for you to wave and stuff. So it has like, you know, only a few uses, but you know, it is feasibly sometimes useful. I don't really see the monk one being used very much. Again, maybe for like some sort of dodgy bestiary, right? You want the vocation to have EK to be able to use 2 one-handed weapons. I think that could be the gimmick of like a new vocation. If they added a new vocation, maybe they could dual wield one-handed weapons, like a barbarian kind of vocation. How would you do right now claims? No, you do them on the Discord as well. You just do it for like, I think you can, you know, in the time where you put in the start time, I think you just put now, maybe, or you just put the time within the closest 5 minutes. So right now you would put in 10:30 because it's on the 5 minutes, and that's a right now claim in the Nega Discord, I believe. Has to be within 5 minutes of the start time. I don't know if they added the option to just put it in now, but I know that if they haven't added that, then you just need to be within 5 minutes. Yeah. I love the Discord bot, dude. It's really good. It certainly makes it more feasible to like hunt these kind of places without drama. Like there's no argument that, you know, somebody was just faster with the claim, right? Instead of like stupid letters, whoever threw the letter on the ground first kind of bullshit. I'm really glad we passed that. Or whoever took the screenshot first, you know, ridiculous. I'm very happy with it. Just merge club, axe, and sword in one skill already. If there was not so much investment associated with some of those weapons, if there was no forge, maybe I could see it. But like now with all the forged gear, they'd have to like, I don't know. I think there would be a lot of outcry around like forged weapons being useless after that. But yes, overall I agree. Overall, this sword, club, axe system is not something I like particularly much. And that's something that should be just different classes, right? You have it kind of is. EK is, I suppose you could think of it as EK being like one of, you know, 3 classes inherently as well. Just like the sword class, the axe class, and the club class. I suppose you could think of it like that way. But then there's like no other differences. Yeah, it unfortunately does only work as long as everybody else respects it, right? Which, so far, in my experience, people have been very good about it. I think it's just, yeah, some of those lower level respawns that people have a problem with because they're not really part of the community. $5.4 raw. Okay, we're doing all right. What's that equal to? Oh, that's over 20 kk per hour, by the way. Yeah, that was about 20.2 kk per hour. Ah, if only I could hunt here all 3 days. $20.6 kk. And this is no animus as well. Kind of gutted I don't have animus here. That would be really nice. Damn it, Tipsoft. Why did you have to put it in raw experience? Is it worth for you to put EXP prey on as well? Not any more than in regular respawn. If anything, damage prays scale better during double experience. But EXP, if I'm not putting EXP prey on 1x, then there's no point to put it on 2x because there's no real scaling. It's just exact same value. You got Palace claim for 1220. 1220. Okay, that should be pretty good as well. What level are you now, Palm? Like 180 or something? Oh, not yet. Stuck on walls. Ah, lucky. $164. Okay. All right, I understand. Well, you won't be seeing any stamina for a while, I'm guessing, after you burn it today. Do I think Soul Set will make much of a difference? I think Soul Mass will make a lot of a difference. The other Soul items are like okay, but they're not really game breaking. I'm looking forward to the to the Primal items a bit more. I think the Primal Helmet and the Primal Ring are actually really good. So I'm looking forward to those. Soul items, yeah, the Soul Mass is going to be nice. And the Soul Armor, also nice, but not like ridiculous. But the Soul Boots aren't really all that big a deal. Still kind of considering whether the X Boots aren't better than the Soul Boots. The X Boots will be better for like easier spots. Like if you want to hunt like Mirror on level 400, then the X Boots will be better than the Soul Boots for sure. Once you out level a respawn, then you'd rather have the X Boots than the Soul Boots. So I probably should actually look into getting them at some point. You think Kamaz will be good at solo hunts? Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know, just the best energy weapon essentially in the game. One of. And the best monk weapon, which is a very good solo vocation. Yeah, I think it might be pretty good for solo. Probably in a couple of weeks I'll start having a look for the Soul Mask, because it might take a little while to find one. Goal is 250 for double. Okay, so you'll be catching up a lot then. Like I say, my realistically, if I get like 312 here now in this 2-hour stream, I'll probably get like maybe 320 this evening, 318 or something like that, and then that'll be it. So you'll only be 70 levels behind me at that point, Palm. Caught up. $500 KK, that's too much. Not paying 500 KK for it. I mean, it's not that good. Like, it's honestly compared to the Inferno Clothes, it's just one extra imbue slot. That's kind of it. So, yeah, I'm not that bothered. Level in 13 minutes, by the way, according to Analyzer. So yeah, about 13 minutes per level, so like 4.5 levels. 4.5 levels per hour. So we'll probably hit like 311, 312 maybe during this 2-hour window. Yeah, exactly. On Antica, they were selling for 180kk, and that I think is a fair price. If somebody listed a Solkamas on 480kk on Nevia, I'd probably buy it today. But honestly, that is probably around what I'd be looking to pay for it. Much more than that, and I think it's overpriced. So I would just wait.
Anyway, I look at it, I lose, 'cause I can't choose. Anyway, I look at it, I lose you. Everywhere I'm looking for your face, fighting for it day by
Do you think an elemental rune T2 is better than a T1 crit rune? Yes. Basically, any T2 charm is better than a T1 charm. Maybe mine is like Carnage. Yes, yes, overall T2 runes are much better, and I wouldn't really bother with T1 runes. Unless it's literally just something that you're in the progress of unlocking, right? You can only afford T1, but you're going to get T2 next. That's the only circumstance under which you get a T1 rune. Anyway, I did a monk charm guide just the other day with my suggestions. And I do actually, even though overall the summary for the monk is that crit charms are indeed the best and probably will be your best charms to go for, you probably on like low levels want to still go for the elementals because there's not that much difference, but it'll allow you to have more minor charms and it's just cheaper. Whereas, you know, invest in 4,000 points just to get your Savage Blow and Fatal, Savage Blow and Low Blow is like a big investment. What's the plan for double? Well, I'll hunt for 2 hours on Mirror now. And then for the rest of the day, I'll just hunt random stuff like Warzone 4, Warzone 5, maybe this kind of stuff. Maybe some Nibble Moors. You know, basically, I'll just be burning stamina today. And then I'm away Saturday, Sunday, so I won't be playing Saturday, Sunday. I'll just be on the dummy. So not much of a plan. But then we'll be back on Monday, and I've got a week off work and no kids, so we'll be doing a lot of stuff on the next week after double. No, I will not answer in Polish. I've explained that many times why I don't answer in Polish. And no, I am not embarrassed of Polish. How ridiculous is that? It's just my wife is British. I've spent loads of my time in England, and it's a language I know better than Polish, and I feel more comfortable using on stream. And also my audience is not Polish speaking. If you want to ask me a question in Polish, you can do so privately in Discord. Always happy to answer. This year is completely broken. 5.3 raw solo. Yeah, I can get up to 5.5 when I focus. And that I was able to do that from like level 250 basically. Is it worth having multiple T1 instead of few T2? No. I mean, no, definitely not. It's T2s are way better. They like, it's really not worth it otherwise. It's not like you get that much benefit from having like 12 T1 charms because, you know, you can't apply them anyway. So you really do want to focus on having a few high quality good ones upgraded to at least T2. Yeah, that's what I always do, and it's definitely better than getting like random T1 ones. Yes, Gareno. The spender skill, spiritual outburst. The skill itself is not that good. Like, you do not use it over the overspend, the sweep and takedown. Sweep and takedown is better, but you can use the spiritual outburst together coupled with the focus harmony and focus serenity spells, which recharge your harmony instantly to do crazy powerful combos. And that's why the spiritual outburst wheel for level 300 is very good. You'll see an example of it in a second. Hang on, I'll do it now. One spender, then quick recharge, and an overspender right there, and like basically everything dies. So yeah, that's why it's good. It's not good on its own. On its own, I think it's still a lot worse than sweep and takedown. But comboed with focus harmony and focus serenity, if you can make it work, is very good. Yeah, exactly. I do, yes. Spiritual Outburst will definitely get better with the higher tier. Like at tier 2, so level 540, I do think that the Spiritual Outburst will probably be the better ones. At that point, you'll probably use Spiritual Outburst by default and just use the Sweep and Takedown as the sort of filler for Focus Harmony and Focus Serenity, yes. I think. Although it does suffer from one problem, and that's that it can sometimes like fizzle out and not hit very many enemies just because of the logic of the way the chains work in Sivir. It can just go sideways and hit 2 monsters instead of like 8, and it feels bad. So I'll have to see how that feels by level 540. Hopefully it'll be fine. Is this better weapon or Lion Claws? Well, Lion Claws is the defensive option. This is the offensive option. This weapon is not comparable to Lion Claws. This weapon is comparable to the Moon Spade. Those are the 2 offensive variants of energy weapons around this level. And yeah, the Claws is the defensive version because you can have an extra vampirism imbuement. Is it worth... well, I think my general approach on double is to, at the very least, try to burn stamina. Like, you really want to burn that stamina at least for 3.5 hours a day, and then go for skilling. It's a real shame not to use off your stamina on double. Always killing. You just don't want competition for spots, farm. I've seen through your bullshit. Monks have some sort of Exeter. Yeah, they have a range Exeter. Yeah. It's actually really good. I'm starting to, now that I'm getting more and more used to the range Exeter, I'm starting to think whether it's not like oftentimes better than like even the EK's range Exeter. I think the EK's range Exeter is better for team hunt, but for solo hunting, being able to use the range Exeter like that is very nice. You just face in the direction, you just grab everything. You don't need to target the monster. The only thing I would really like on this range Exeter is for it to have this one SQM in front of it also doing it, because sometimes I totally whiff the Exeter because I'm too close to the monster without, really meaning to. That's kind of annoying. But other than that, it's really great, actually. Now that I've gotten used to it, it's really, really awesome. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. I still think I prefer the range. The reason I prefer EK's range etc is because it has a shorter cooldown. It just has a 2-second cooldown. If the Monk's range etc had a 2-second cooldown, it'd be better. Like the Monk's power of like a single cast of the range etc is better. The EK is just so good because it doesn't have a cooldown basically, and you can just spam it. That's the power of the Monk's EK, the EK's range etc. Yeah, there I cast it accidentally when it was next to me, so it didn't work. The range etc. Kind of annoying, but Team Hunt better or worse? Well, it depends on the level. I think the Monk will fit into a Team Hunt everywhere. I think it just adds a little bit of new dynamics to the Team Hunts. I think low level the Monk he does crazy amounts of damage. So he just replaces basically the low damage dealing Vocation, which on low levels, like, you know, under 400 is usually the Paladin. And on higher levels, it's probably going to replace the Sorcerer if it's going to replace anybody. Yep, 20 kk per hour. Easy. If I really focus and got up to like 5.6 kk raw, I think that would probably be 21 kk per hour even. But don't think we'll be able to do that. Not while streaming, most likely. You think swapping virtues will be worth? Probably not. I feel like no, I don't think so. It's just if swapping virtues is worth, it's such a marginal benefit. I really don't think it'll be worth the added complexity of doing it. I'd be really surprised, and I really hope it doesn't become the meta to play. Even if it does, I probably won't be doing it because I think the mental overhead of having to do it is going to actually slow my experience down, even if it's a bit better technically. So I don't think I would ever be doing it. Catching up to my Paladin. Yeah, I mean, at the rate I'm going, I'm still planning to do like probably, you know, 5 levels per day until 400. Then at 400, it'll probably drop down to like 3 levels a day. So yeah, we're probably a couple months away from being level 500. And my Paladin's only level 550. So yeah, we're probably yeah, late July, something like that. I'll be higher level on this than on my Paladin. You can only achieve these numbers with Eldritch Weapon. Is that what people were saying about Mirror? I always assumed that this weapon is about the same as the Moonspade. In fact, I assumed this weapon was a bit better than the Moonspade to start with. But then I tested the Moonspade and it actually was kind of pog. I think this is probably the same as the Moonspade, except just way more accessible and cheaper. $45 RP. There you go. You can go in Tibia Pal. I don't have everything in my head from. I don't have everything on the. I don't remember everything from the top of my head. You have some suggestions there. I took a long time to compile all this stuff. You can just use that as a reference for suggestions. Probably, I don't know, Bone Beast or some shit like that. I don't know, dude. I don't remember. It's been a while. Maybe Were Badgers already, although that might be a bit hard. Paladin is very hard vocation to PG, especially on low level. Like 150, once you get your diamond arrows, you can start talking about PGing a Paladin, but Paladin and PG below level 150 is just not a thing. It's just not a concept. It's not really good enough. I know there are some people who like play with like burst arrows and stuff and go like peninsula tomb and stuff. It's still not that great though in my experience. Yeah, you can at level 50 you have mass sand and stuff, but it's still probably the worst vocation to PG. Maybe it's a little bit better than like a monk until like level 60, because the monk needs that level 60 to really come online, but still. Isn't Inferniarch Claws strictly better? Why do you say Eldritch is similar? Because Eldritch has the damage reflection. You must be miscounting the damage reflection of the Eldritch. That's where the power of the Eldritch comes from. Yeah, stats-wise, purely stats-wise, yeah, the Claws are better. But the Moonspade does have this built-in damage reflection, which, is really kind of a difficult thing to evaluate because it seems kind of useless. But it's actually not bad. Oh. Yeah, we were over nerfed. I was hoping to do 6 KK raw here, but the nerves were just too hard, too strong. So I think they should roll some of them back. Yeah, 50 damage reflection. Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Although, the monk does kite a lot, so theoretically you're not getting that much benefit from it. And even in places like Asuras, they don't have enough health to actually benefit from the full damage reflection, because the damage reflection cannot exceed 1% of the monster's health. So the damage reflection of the Moonspade only really comes properly online when the monsters have over 5,000 health. But still, it's still noticeable though. And it's really nice for like finishing off the monsters. Like that's the main part. You have a Asura of like 20 health. You have to invest like some spell to kill it off. Whereas the Moonspade just kills it off by itself, which is really nice. It's really comfy with the finishing. But then, on the other hand, if you have a better weapon with more crits, more damage and stuff, then that Asura should never have 20 health in the first place. It should just be dead, so you shouldn't actually need it, right? So it's really hard to evaluate like that. The only real way to evaluate is to go on Asura Mirror for 10 hours with the Moonspade and 10 hours with the Inferniarch Claws, while not distracted, and, compare the results at the end, and then you'll know what's actually better. But that's a big test that takes a lot of time and effort, so Someone will do it at some point. It probably won't be me. I mean, I can commit like an hour test to Moonspade, hour test to Claws. But that's, that's not quite enough to really be all that reliable. It's too much variance in each hunt for 1 hour to be sufficient of a test.
Want to know you blind, your wildest mind. Tell me that you were solo, you didn't know you. Tell me how you died in your past life. I'm clinging to the edge, I'm seeing red. Try to recall the best of what you said. Keep myself going into the unknown inside my head. Living like I'm kept, I'll never rest. Running right and left to keep my flesh. Need to get going into the unknowns outside my head. Tell me you don't wanna know, but you can do it anyway.
Yeah, so next week we'll be doing a lot of testing because we'll have this over level 300. So I'll definitely want to test a lot of these level 300 places. So yeah, when you tune in next week, Monday evening or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll be having a lot of like day streams, and we'll be doing some, a lot of testing. Winter Court, Summer Court, Warzone 456, Oskayat as well, where tigers, maybe even where crocodiles. Not sure. Not sure if the where crocodiles are going to be any good, but we'll try them. What would you use on where crocodiles? Energy, right? Energy, I think, is okay. I think ice is the best, but then energy probably works as well, from what I remember. And on where tigers, we're going to use earth. I tried the lower rush ammo yesterday. It was okay. It was easy, but not really something worthwhile to hunt, though, to be honest. With how strong the monk is, it's just not really worth hunting lower rush. If anything, I should probably be thinking about doing Rush West already on this level. Probably doable. We might even do that next week then. We might do a Rushmore West test. I think it should be doable. Monk needs 5% nerf in damage. Yeah, I think that's more or less fair. I really wouldn't want to touch its sustain or survivability anymore, though, because he's already very squishy, and the only reason he's still so strong is because he can kill things very, very fast because he has much damage. And if you touch his survivability much more, then he's going to be, dying all the time. Are you planning any team hunts above level 400, or will you do some more solo hunting? We'll see. Somebody was inviting me to a Cobra Bastion team hunt after double. So I mean, maybe we will do that. Maybe we will sometimes do a little team hunt for a test. Yeah. Maybe there'll be a chance. But yeah, it will mostly be solo content though. I just don't like having to plan my schedule around Tibia and stuff and committing. I hate like letting people down or being unreliable. So like if I agree to a team hunt, I'm gonna be there no matter what. And I don't like having this kind of responsibility on my head that if something comes up, I have to let people down and stuff. And with young kids, things do come up. So I generally don't like committing for team hunts. We'll do it sometimes just because it might be, fairly interesting content to see how the monk does, but not often. They'll come after the finishers, you think? Well, the whole point of the Vocation is so that it has these powerful finishers. Now, it's supposed to feel good. If you nerf the finishers, like what is there? It's just no different than your Vocation almost. How do you get that skin? Wow, calling Tibia outfits skins now. Anyway, it's the Lion of War, and I got it from tournaments. You can get it from points in Tibia Drome. You lost your laptop's gone for service during double. Unlucky, man. But at least you can skill. That's something. That's something, dude. I'm not gonna be playing Saturday, Sunday, so I'll just be skilling as well. You must try Catacombs Oromond. Sure, we can do it. I mean, I tried on the test server and I did not like it, so you know, sure, we'll try it. Personally, don't think it's gonna be very good. It's because of the Grim Reapers. You have to use physical weapon on Catacombs, and that's not very good against Grim Reapers. Yeah, there's just too much pressure around team hunting, you know? Like, the way I play now, if something comes up or I just don't feel like playing one evening because life gets in the way, then I just don't open up Tibia, I don't open up the stream. It's fine, like no pressure, easy. I feel relaxed. The moment team hunts start coming into the picture, it's like, oh god, you know? I feel this pressure that I have to be playing and stuff, and then I stop enjoying it. But yeah, I mostly pretty much guaranteed that this will mostly be a solo channel basically forever, with the occasional team hunt just for fun. .2 raw. How? We can do 5.5 here. Can do 5.5. The highest I saw was like 5.66, I think. You can probably do even more than that. Unlegit Rod saying he got 5.8 on like level 300. But he couldn't sustain it. There was not enough respawn or whatever. But yeah, it's not quite possible to maintain 5.8, I think, at this level. I think the respawn is there's just not enough respawn in here. Overkilling Mirror on like level 250 upwards. It's funny. Balanced. Okay. Yeah, I mean, on double, you know, keep in mind that using ones on double on a public dummy is still like twice as efficient. Right? It's still way more efficient than using the dummy on without double. A private dummy without double, so yeah. If it worst comes to worst, just use the public dummy, dude, to finish it off. It's still very worth. Hej Stasiu, dzień dobry. Oh, we've got 4 levels so far. How much better is private dummy? I believe it's 10%. Level in like 45 minutes. Well, I was like 80% through, I think, to the next level. At the moment, it's 13 minutes per level, so that would be about 4.5 levels per hour at the current pace. Not bad for a level 300-ish. But I'm sure any vocation could do this. I think a 300 druid on mirror could probably do it. Why no satchel for coins? With the way, what difference does it make? Since they added this quick stash to the the quick stash of your backpack of all the loot as well, then I don't really find the need to like separate coins or any loot vaults together. I get into depot, I deposit all my coins, and then I just throw the whole content of my loot backpack into the stash, and it's fine. It's, you know, since the ability to put everything in your stash, I think the gold pouch is worth even less. I think a mage could maybe do this experience in wildlife raid, which is active like 20 minutes per hour and not every hour. Anyway, the experience has dropped now because I wasn't focusing for a little bit. I don't think the gold pouch is worth. I don't think I would ever make the money back. And anyway, the monk has so much capacity. You can probably just get away without using the gold pouch anyway. Need more backpacks. Anyway, I'm way past collecting gold coins. Did you buy it? Oh, dude. I think when I ran the calculations for it, it was really bad, even on like when TC was like 20k. Now that TC is like 40k, although it's dropped a little bit. What is TC price now actually? Because it was dropping and dropping. I think monks were really trying to get some gold for the double. What is it now? Has anyone seen? Because last I looked, it was like 36, 37, so quite a significant drop. 34. Woo! Invest in TC right now. All right then. You enjoy your gold pouches. If someone donates 900 Tibia coins just so that I get a gold pouch, that's the only scenario under which I ever get a gold pouch. Someone specifically sends me money for it, and just for that. I would never spend 900 TC on it like myself. It was 38k 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I think the monks have really gone crazy because all the monks will be burning exercise weapons all weekend, trying to get the fist up. So been selling Tibia coins for that. So the price has dropped quite a lot. I don't think there's anything else in particular going on that should be driving a decrease in Tibia coin price. It must be the monks. What charms do you use? Low blow, savage blow, freeze. You tried using the gold pouch and you ran out of cap. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, if the gold pouch was like some magical item that meant you don't actually need to waste cap, on gold, hell yeah, I'd be buying it. That'd be like the best item in the game. But and that's how I assumed it worked when I saw that it was 900 Tibia coins when I came back to Tibia a few years ago. I was like, huh, okay. So you pay 900 Tibia coins, you know. Then you can collect a lot more gold because it doesn't weigh anything. And then, nope, that's not how it works. It saves you like the backpack capacity. Bloody garbage, dude. Like the gold pouch, in my opinion, should be like 100 to 200. If gold pouch was 250 Tibia coins, I'd be like, yeah, you know, maybe. But not the current price. Ridiculous. Yeah, it would be kind of pay to win, I suppose, if it was like no cap, but still. But that price, though, that was my assumption. I don't think it's that crazy of an assumption. 900 Tibia coins is like, what, like over $20, right? 20 euros, even more than that, right? More like 30 euros, I guess. And then you get like basically a very mediocre item. Yeah, like if you buy it from the market, then you're happy, right? It is a cool item to have. It does make like, I don't know, it is a cool item to have. I bought it once, and I don't know. I know that it did not pay for itself. No way. Yeah, well, the thing is, they won't change it now. It's been in the game for too long for them to ever change it, but yeah. It is a very, very tough sell for me with its current value, current cost. It could be an upgrade to the gold pouch, like the NPCs. Base gold pouch 900 TC. Bank gold pouch. Another 900 TC upgrade. Oh. Very smooth tunes. Very chilled. Doesn't quite match the intensity of a Suramura, but can't complain at copyright-free music. Yeah, I've tested Spiritual Outburst. We're using Spiritual Outburst. It's kind of hard to see, but I use it twice every lap. We kind of have to focus to catch it. I'll try and mention it when I'm doing it next time, Bukowski. But I only use it as part of Focus Harmony, Focus Serenity. All right, Truosauras, boys. We'll be doing it in the hole below in a second. All right. We're going to do it now. So now it goes spiritual, sweeping takedown, focus harmony, spiritual outburst. And yeah, there you go. Like everything just blows up. So it's kind of hard to see because yeah, you only do it like every 2 minutes. Well, it feels good when it works. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it fizzles out, but it's still pretty damn good. Yes, I'm going to outburst in that special hole, that in the dark hole. Boost number 1 gone. Let's go boost number 2. I think we should be able to hunt for the whole hour, for the whole 2 hours without having to refill. It's just so mental as well. It's just like another little part of the monk that's just so broken, the capacity. What rebalance for? You mean the vocation rebalance, or do you just mean the monk specifically? I think for the monk, they just need to tune down the damage just a little bit more. Like the damage is still very, very good. And that's it. I don't really need to tweak him all that much. Like he's already a relatively difficult to play vocation, high intensity, squishy. Just tone down his damage just a little bit and he'll be fine, I think. Yeah, monk will probably be nerfed again, yes. I've resigned myself to that fate. So I'm trying to PG as much as possible. Abuse the pre-nerf state. Probably going to happen at summer update. No, I don't think so. I don't think the rebalance will be part of the summer update. I think that's way too soon. I think the rebalance not going to happen until next year. They're going to wait longer to see how the monk does, I think.
You can leave your name and number, but I'm sticking to the end of summer.
I wonder if any of those level 330 physical weapons from the Root Kraken will like ever be available. Does anyone even kill that boss? Apparently that weapon is going to be a pretty good bossing weapon. Are you ready for spiritual outburst? Speed. There we go. Ah, there we go. Wasn't quite as good, but yeah, there we go. That was a double spender. I should have gone with Focus Serenity as well. I'll have that off cooldown. Maybe next lap we'll do a triple spender. You heard rumors they will do it at summer update. Well, yes, I'm sure Tipsoft are leaking to some content creators their plans. Yeah, I'm sure that's very reliable. Damn, that would be I think sorcerers would be happy with that. The problem is the whole game is technically balanced around the current power level of all the vocations. So if they just start buffing everything, all like the content will become very, very easy. Not sure they'll be going down the route of like buff everything to the power level of Monk, unfortunately. As much as I'd like to see that, I think that's too much of a challenge. If the Monk's damage is not that high, the Monk probably won't be that popular for a team hunt. Not right now, the Monk is very good because of the damage. If you lost the damage, you know, he still has the buffs and the extra heals and stuff, and it's nice, but none of it is as good as what the other vocations can offer. At the high level anyway. Love the little slap sound from the melee attack. That they got on point. Feels very believable. I do have the recording from Mirror already done on my Monk on level like 260 to 70 or something. But yeah, I'm probably gonna hold off. I want actually, my current plan for YouTube videos is actually to fill out the lower levels, because you know most people playing Monks at the moment are not level 250. Most people playing Monk at this level are like level 50 to like level 100. So I want to fill out that level range. So for the next 2 weeks or so, we'll probably mostly be having low-level Monk videos, just to sort of cover that range. And once we finish those, then we'll go back to catching up on the sort of higher level Monk videos that I already have recorded anyway. And yes, I'm going to wait for post-nerf and then post them so that it looks like, you know, it's still so broken. Yes, I have a wife and kids. I have a full-time job as well. How much do you play per day? Ooh. I usually play in the evenings after the kids go to sleep, from like 9 p.m., 8:30 p.m. until like 11 p.m. So, you know, 2.5 hours ish, usually every evening. And then just whatever time I can fit in the day, you know. I work from home some days, and I have a quieter day, you know. I'll play a little bit during the day, you know, my lunch hour, stuff like that. I think I put it this way, like I'm burning stamina on the monk currently, and I don't really have much time for anything else, to be honest. So I guess I play around 3.5 hours a day reliably. And yes, my kids are almost 4 and almost 2. They're just a little bit younger than that.
Feeling all my senses, I'm under control.
Have you got magic 47 used by 100? Have you spent a wand or two? I think I spent a wand, 1 8-hour wand, I think, from what I remember, maybe even 2. Can't remember. Anyway, I only have 42 magic level, or 47. That'll be from items. Time for a third? God no. I'm good. I've had enough. 2 kids, 2 boys. Enough for me. Ah, thank you. Thank you, Charon. Thank you, thank you. For the prime sub. Need a girl. My wife would like a girl, but could just have a third boy. You never know. Have I tried Last Epoch? Yeah, I played Last Epoch before the 1.0 release, so like a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago at this point. And yeah, really liked it. Really like the genre, obviously. Really like Last Epoch. I haven't really felt the need to check out in the past couple of years, though. I know they did the big release and stuff, but well, recently I've just been playing the monks. I haven't had any time for that. Well, my kids have always been very good sleepers, so that's probably why I can play reliably in the evenings. Like they go to bed, you know, 8 or 8:30, and they sleep for 12 hours. You know, no interruptions. That does mean that there's a lot of flexibility in the evenings at the very least. And my wife doesn't work, so she's by default, you know, able to take care of the kids. Obviously more, that's like kind of her job, right? So that does mean I have a little bit more time than perhaps somebody who would have a wife who's also working, and then there's more of an expectation to take care of the household a bit more on the husband. But given my wife doesn't work, it's kind of like her job. Gazzy's monk has 109 fists. It's actually not his monk, believe it or not, Toady. He sold it. It's just he sold it to like a guildmate, like Gazzy's guildmate, who just hasn't renamed it. That's why I understand. But yeah, he was skilling it since the monk announcement. He was skilling like non-stop in Dawnport, and then basically been skilling on exercise dummies non-stop since the monk came out. We're insane. Did you try magic level instead of fist? No, not yet. You and Gazzy play on the same server? No, but I did create a character on Refugia to play with them a little bit. I did at one point, but I only have like level, what level am I? Like 115 or something. So I am in his guild on Refugia, but no, I don't really play on the same server now. I do know him though, like, you know, he'll sometimes reach out to me to ask me some questions about Tibia and Priv and stuff. Yeah, we're kind of friends. Do you not pay bills? Not sure what that question on YouTube is supposed to mean. Yeah, I work full time. I have a job. I'm a software engineer, so yeah, I do pay the bills indeed. Unfortunately, they have to be paid. I'll have to do a quick refill at the NPC after this lap. 90 ultimates left. Probably could very easily switch to Great Spirit potions, but whatever. This may well be my last refill at Mirror, like almost ever. So forget it. Streamers don't get bills. Oh, dude, if only. If only. If only. We get a big electricity bills from all the streaming. From what level could I go to Azura Palace? I recommend level 220. That's when you get the Marudri Bruche, and I think that makes it very, very nice and comfortable at Azura Palace because it's basically a fire imbuement in the amulet. So yeah. Having Azura Palace for level 220. I think I actually published an Azura Palace guide on YouTube only a couple of days ago. You know, as you're asking from the YouTube stream, you can just click on my channel and should be up there, one of the most recent uploads. Yeah, but you got to play differently though. I don't know. But at that point though, there's no real point to go there though. You should just stay at Grimm's. Although by that logic, I suppose there's never really any point to go to Palace. I don't know. I don't know, Palm. I don't think I would feel right recommending it at 220. I prefer to recommend spots at the level where they are like properly huntable. Like, you know, high intensity hunt where I gain all the biggest pulls possible. Otherwise, I'll have to be making like free guides for per place, right? When you first can go there and kind of hunt there. Then when you can properly hunt there and then at like a really high level. I prefer just kind of do it once you can really hunt there, high intensity. I feel like on level 160, you really have to play very carefully though. A different way than you will be playing at level 250 Palace, for example, right? All right, let's do a quick refill. So how much longer are we going to hunt? 45 minutes. We burn 1,420 per hour. So we need about 1,065 ultimates to finish our hunt. So let's go for like maybe 1,200. Just to be safe. I don't have enough cap for that many. There we go. 1,017. Here we go. All right. Kind of low on cap, but hopefully it'll be enough. All right. Yeah, 45 more minutes. 45 more minutes. I'll be finishing at 12:15 Polish time. I hope you're ready for a double spender. Ah, not. And another. Yeah, that was good. The Focus Serenity one, but that one's only every 10 minutes. So can't really be counted on. Fortune and Inferno Claws, they find it good. Cheap to use because you only need one imbue. Basically same power level as Moonspade, I think. But I think easier to get, right? The Moonspade is from Brain Stealer, which is not the easiest to farm boss. Better to train magic level than this on Paladin? Yeah, so well, I guess it depends on what skill you have. Personally, once you have like over 110 distance or so, yeah, you probably want to be skilling magic level on the Paladin. That's like the cutoff for me. Maybe 115 or so. You really hit the diminishing returns past that point. Do you think a new low population server Umbral clause would be okay? You mean Umbral Qatar? Or do you mean just those two weapons, like the Inferno clause and Umbral as like the two go-to weapons? Yeah, that should be fine. The problem is the Umbral is not really all that available, is it, on new servers? Because you need to open Roshamel, you need to kill Gaz. I'm not sure how quickly the Umbrals will really be available. But yeah, overall, yeah, that probably would be the go-to. Although you probably still just want the destruction weapon, I think, on new servers. Right, 50 gold tokens, definitely achievable on new servers. I would go for destruction weapon over the Umbrals. I think probably the Falcon Sai is the best physical weapon for the monk. I'm looking to buy one because I like to try it on like Roshamel West next week. If someone has it on Nevia, I'd love to hear from you. There's like one sell offer for 40kk, but I'm not paying that. My buy offer is 22.5kk, and I'm not budging from that now. Hello. Do you think about a monk on high levels? Do you think it's going to be good on overlord respawns damage wise? I think it's going to be okay. I have maybe unwarranted confidence, but I do have confidence that Tipsoft will not let it be like a dead vocation, which is just really bad on high levels. So I think even if right now he may seem that way and may be bad on high levels, I do think Tipsoft do have a lot of interest into keeping it viable into the high levels. So I think it's going to be fine. Right now, Tipsoft is balancing around like this level, maybe up to like 500. They'll worry about the 800 plus range when it's time to worry about it, I think. EK is kind of bad on high level too. Well, every vocation has to have its strengths, right? The thing with the EK is it's at least guaranteed to be wanted for team hunts, right? Everybody will want an EK. Same cannot necessarily be said for the monk. So the monk, considering its potentially risky position when it comes to team hunts, needs to be strong for solo hunting at all levels. Because if you can't team hunt, potentially, and you're bad at solo hunting, then what good are you? No thank you, Palm. No thank you. I'm good. Right now I'm only looking to buy the Falcon Sai. And I'm also interested in the soul items or the ring from Prime or whatever it's called. I don't remember. It's got some like kind of dodgy name, I think. Those are the items I'm looking for right now. Yeah, we'll see, right? But most vocations don't have like tons and tons of options. I think Paladin probably has the most. But you know, we all know about Paladin and the balancing. I should have no cap. Yeah, a 2-hour refill is still a big ask here if I want to maintain my cap. I wonder if I can throw something out. Maybe I can throw out like what's the worst item cap wise to value in here? Night legs, I guess. I see there's a few night legs. I can probably toss some of those out. Have a look. Oh yeah, that was a pair here. Toss that out. Isn't it like Necrotic Rod? Ooh. 1k for 23. Yeah, you're right. Necrotic Rod is worse than Night Legs. Yeah, we'll throw some of those out. I always like in my head feel like the rods and wands are all like really good value because they're light, but I mean it is only 1k, right? So it's garbage. Thank you. Warrior helmet, yeah, potentially. I think Necrotic Rod is even worse than that actually, but yeah, something like that. Let's try a few Necrotic Rods. There we go. It should be right now. Let's focus on getting the experience back up. 17 of them. Actually, I haven't looked at profit also. We're on 770k profit while using USPs exclusively here in 1 hour, 20-ish minutes. Oh, dude. I'd be really mad if I wasn't playing Monk. Double hunt with Monk EK? Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I think Monk EK is probably the go-to duo. Is my expectation for the duos. I'm really looking forward to someone actually making some like proper duo content. I haven't seen that anywhere. Oh fuck. I haven't seen anyone doing like proper duo testing content, I guess, because everybody's either just playing solo or in like proper team hunts at the moment. But I'm really looking forward to like some streamer just picking up like a duo Monk and making some content like that. That'll be very interesting to see. Make on legit rock. Well, how would he not be making more EXP given I've just refilled and I haven't caught up on the experience? And also, I always lose about 10% efficiency when I stream anyway, just because I read the chat and reply. If you want me to turn off the chat and focus on making experience, I can do that. But then I may as well just be playing solo, dude. Now you've hurt my ego. Now I feel like I need to stop talking to you guys and start pushing the experience. There's nothing more fragile than my ego, so be careful. Yeah, I share screenshots when I hunt off stream in Discord, and they're always a lot higher than when I stream. I know you're just joking. I know. Don't worry. I'm just messing around as well. But that is the truth, though. Streaming is real mentally taxing, though, when you're trying to push experience. It's especially if you really want to talk to people and actually answer. I feel really bad when I miss a message. Sometimes I'll rewatch my stream afterwards and I'll look at the chat while I do it. And I see that someone asked a question, I totally missed it, totally ignored it. I'm like, oh, I feel really guilty. So yeah, that's it's my weakness when it comes to pushing experience on stream for sure. But oh well. I always, do you know where I do usually always push my experience? Is when I make YouTube guides. When I make YouTube guides, I really try to push the experience. Because I do want that to be like a valid reference for like the best possible experience you can get somewhere. You know, I don't always succeed to push the best possible experience everywhere, but that is usually when I do try hard. Anyway, I really don't think I'll be coming to this place after double, unless like if an Asura is boosted or something and I'm able to get the spot, then you know maybe I'll come here. But after double, we're definitely going to be doing more like Nagas, Winter Court, Summer Court, this kind of stuff. I think it's all going to be a little bit worse experience, I expect, but it's going to be a little bit more fun. All right, we'll try to do triple spender now with Focus Harmony and Focus Serenity. You want me to bump up that XP? This is probably a good way of doing it. There you go. How's your game doing, and when will we hear more about it? Probably when I get bored of the monk. Like right now, I'm being fairly competitive with the monk, playing as much as I possibly can, and that's about the extent of the time I have in the day. When I was working on my game the most was when my my youngest son was born, and I had 8 months off paternity leave. So, you know, I couldn't really play much then because it was too intense with the young kid. But, you know, I did have times where I could just sit down and do a little bit of coding for 20 minutes, 40 minutes. So I progressed loads on the game then, and that's when I was really motivated to do it. And it's such a fun little project that I really think, you know, it would make for a really fun little game. But I am just one person, and unfortunately, limited time and many priorities competing for my time. So don't know. Very hard to answer when we'll have more, but certainly do intend to release it at some point soon. TM. Would you prefer Moonspade or Lion Claws? Probably the Moonspade before the Inferniarch. I don't know. I don't even know what I prefer out of the Inferniarch versus Moonspade at this point. They're very similar. I think if you have the Moonspade, you don't need the Inferniarch and vice versa. They're very, very, very good, both of them. How did you get a Suramura during double? The booking bot, Discord booking bot, all hail our overlord booking bot in Nevia. They added that this week and it's awesome.
My mind is like a cage, feels like I wanna break away. Yes, that's the one thing I can't control. And in the middle of the night, you made me realize all that I needed was you and I. But I can't stop this, I'm thinking of you always. I feel my heartbeat.
Now we're doing 5.4 raw. You know, I'll focus for a few minutes and we can get up to 5.4 fairly easy. I think 5.6 is like a stable possibility now at this level. But it does take a lot of focus. It does take a lot of focus. Because this is the kind of respawn where you really are moving basically all the time. 10-0-0 book, yeah, exactly. It's gotta be done. Had my scripts ready. I mean, sorry, I had my fast hands ready. Scripts not allowed. Oh. It sounds like my kids might be coming back. I might have to mute myself for a bit. I'll be right back. Yeah, my kids are back, so we're gonna have to stay muted for the time being because there's gonna be a lot of noise. So we'll just keep hunting for a little bit, okay?
voices, they give me tied to the ground. Breaking free, leave it all behind. It's so, so harmful to me. Poison. Poison.
Yes, I think Outburst is only worth with Focus Harmony. Tier 1 Outburst is worse than Sweep and Takedown, so you just use it with the Focus Harmony, Focus Serenity.
To fight back or to take it all in. The question will always hang on to me. Can never with it to know it's just that I feel lonely. Looking for something to realize. Afraid of what's beyond me. I look into the mirror, cannot recognize the monster I'm seeing before my eyes. Breaking free, leave it all behind. It's so, so harmful to me. Poison. Poison. Feeling all my senses, I'm under control. What do I keep going?
Yes, I think at stage 2, Outburst is probably going to be better than the Sweep and Takedown. Sorry, my kids are back now. They've come back, so I'm just gonna hunt with no mic for the next 10-15 minutes, and then we'll end the stream. Okay?
got me spellbound. Believe in every word you said. Now that I know better and I'm grown now, you won't see me come calling back. You're trying so hard to be relevant, relevant. You're breaking hearts just for the hell of it, hell of it. Oh baby, I think you should get a grip, get a grip. You can check if your reputation, I'm done with that dumb conversation. it's meant to be. Chasing dreams like the reality. Nothing's gonna hold us down. 'Cause we're unstoppable, we shine so bright. We take on the world, never lose our sight. We'll keep dancing, dancing till the morning light.
I'll answer all the questions in a few minutes, okay?
Our hearts beating, beating with the rhythm of the night. We'll keep moving, moving till we're lost in the sound. 'Cause nothing's gonna stop us now. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Gonna stop us now. Stop us We run wild, we'll break free. We never run out of energy. As long as we have each other, we make your dreams into reality. 'Cause we're unstoppable, we take it all. With every step we take, we rise and never fall. We'll keep dancing, dancing. Our hearts beating, beating. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Nothing's gonna stop us Nothing's gonna stop us
All right, we'll be finishing after this poll. Yeah, sorry about the abrupt end of the microphone. My kids had to come back home a little bit earlier, so we're gonna have to finish. So let me just pick up a few questions before I end. Verdict, Inferniac or Eldritch, about the same. Honestly, they feel about the same. I haven't really noticed much of a difference. Although we did peak at 5.7 KK raw just then. So I hope any accusations of low experience have been put to rest. As I always say, when I focus on the chat and respond, my experience dropped by to like 10-15%. In this case, it was almost 20% even. So yeah, you know, I give up experience to be able to talk to you guys. So be appreciative, please. Yeah, I think Inferniac or Eldritch doesn't really matter. It seems more or less the same. Will I train or only hunt or also train during double? I will mostly be training. I'm going away for the weekend, so I won't be able to play on Saturday, Sunday, so I'll just be on the dummy for like six exercise weapons. Any place to solo hunt ED level 120? I guess Werefoxes, Grimvale, Edron. When next stream? So this is the big one. This is the big one worth mentioning. I'm away this weekend, so I won't be able to play. But next week, my kids are staying with the grandparents, and I've got a week off. So should be able to do quite a lot of streams next week. The next one will be Monday evening when I get back from the weekend away. And then next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we'll probably be having pretty long day streams, you know, sort of around server save time. So yeah, next stream will be Monday evening. So hope to see you all there. Thanks very much for watching us, everybody. As always, my son has come to say hello. This is my youngest son, Emil. He's come to say bye-bye to everybody. Can you wave? Can you wave, Emilek? Bye-bye, everybody. Oh, Adam also wants to say bye-bye. Okay, you come say wave bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you all on Monday evening. Bye-bye. Bye.